Hey there, fellow geocachers, CacheDrone here for Waypoints. And today we're going to talk about putting together your very first geocache to hide in the field. So there are two things that are critical for every physical geocache that gets placed out in the world. The first one is a container. And the second one is a logbook. Every geocache needs to have a container and a logbook for people to sign when they find the geocache. But a good geocache isn't just about a container and a logbook. You gotta have a couple of other things into it. And one of the ones that's most important is making sure that you've got a good note in there in case somebody who doesn't play our game finds your geocache so they know what it is and doesn't get all panicked and freaked out. So here's a sample of a geocaching note that you can put inside your geocache. This is readily available from the geocaching website to download. Just go to the Hide a Cache page and you'll see it over on the right hand side. You can download a small version or a medium-sized version. I've actually taken mine and made it a bit bigger, just that way it's a little bit easier for people to read. So on there's a little box down the bottom here where you can fill in your player name and an email address, or if you want to give your full contact info, that's fine too. And that way, if anybody finds your geocache and they have some questions, they can always be able to reach out to you and get in touch with you. Because the worst thing we want to have happen is for somebody to find it, not know what's going on, not know who to get in touch with, and start to get into a panic about it. Okay, so we've got our stash note together, and we've also got our logbook, but we're going to be putting them into a container that's going to be outside in the real world. And we already talked about the fact that there could be rain and snow and water and all that. So we need to protect these things, because if they get wet, they're not going to be all that enjoyable. There's two schools of thought on this. Some people are real big fans of a Ziploc bag. Now a Ziploc bag is really great, flexible. You can put everything inside of it, just zip it closed, and it should keep the water out. However, these tend to rip sometimes. And once they do, they just become a water pocket. They hold the water in and your logbook gets soaked and your stash note gets soaked, and nobody's enjoying finding and trying to sign a logbook that's all soaking wet. So some people have started switching to using a little container, and they put that little container inside their geocache. So sometimes you might see like a matchstick container or a film canister, and they've put the logbook inside that, and then that goes inside the container for the geocache. You know what I say? Use both at the same time. So if you have the room, put your stash log and your logbook inside the Ziploc bag, zip it up, fold it all up, and put it inside a little container, and then put that inside your cache. Even more chance that your stuff's all going to stay nice and dry, and everybody, when they find it, is going to have an enjoyable and easy time to sign the logbook. Okay, so now I've got my stash note and I've added my information on it. CacheDrone@gmail.com. That way anybody can find it. I'm just going to fold this up, put it inside the Ziploc bag, add the logbook, and I'm going to put those both inside that container so we can get it into our geocache. So there we go. We've got our container that's holding our logbook, stash note on the bottom, all inside a Ziploc bag. That way things will stay more dry. Now, as for the container, we already talked about how it should be waterproof, water resistant, weather resistant, all that good stuff that ensures it's going to last a good long time outside in the real world under those elements that we might have to deal with. You can see that it says geocache right on it. Always a good idea to identify what it is by putting some form of label on it, whether it be writing or painting or stickers that you can buy from numerous online geocaching shops. Anything that identifies as a geocache is just going to make it a little bit easier for people when they find it to know what it is that they found. So we're going to open this up now, and we're going to put our container that we filled out with our logbook inside. And a geocache is, like I said, a little bit more than that. We should have some trade items inside it. Because geocaching is mostly a kid's game, or at least when kids go along, they're excited by treasure. We've just had them go for a good long walk, hopefully, in the woods. So we want to be able to give them a reward for, being out there and having some fun with their parents. So, I've got me a Hot Wheels car that is very dear to my heart. It's money, so it's an armored car. And we're going to put that inside here like so. and a super ball that bounces really high. That's pretty exciting. I mean, kids play with balls still, right? Yeah. And Iron Man. Who doesn't love Iron Man? I mean, so we got an Iron Man toy in here that we can put inside. And what else do we have? Oh, I bought these little pencil erasers and this little container in here. And you know what? If you're a geocacher and you find this one, this is a container that you could potentially use to hold a logbook inside of a container. Or if you can find a way for it to be water resistant, you could even turn it into a small size geocache. So we're going to put that in the container, and then we close it up. Oh, I almost forgot. I've got a trackable that I wanted to share with you guys. Should I put it in the container? No, I don't think so. It's too special to me, but you know what? I'm going to give you guys the trackable code number. So if you've been watching this video, you can log it too. So I got this trackable from my good friend Sean. He was the first reviewer in all of Canada. He went by the name CacheDrone. He's still active. He takes care of some of the Maritimes and the frozen bits up north. In fact, he's the guy who trained me on how to be a reviewer. So let's just look at this beauty. Oh, look at that thing. Yeah. That's his icon on there. And you know what? I know it's probably really hard to see. So I'm going to read this this trackable code for you. It's SH4 QCW. I'll say that again one more time. SH4QCW. That is the Sean and Holly official trackable coin. A gem in my collection. I love this coin. I'm so proud to have it. So I'm not going to put it in the geocache because I want to keep this one, but you feel free to log it to show me that you watched this video, okay? Thanks so much. All right. Okay, so we've got our full geocache put together. All the stuff's inside it, and it's all ready to be put out into the field. So next time, we're probably going to have this one being placed in the field. And anybody who lives in the Niagara area, feel free, please go look for it. And if you don't live in the Niagara area and you come to Niagara Falls, check it out. I'll be sure to put a comment in the little comedy section down below where we can give a link to the geocache so you can go find it if you come visit town. And on that note, you know what? It would be so awesome if you could just hit that like button for me, and give me the thumbs up. Post a comment down below if there's something that you want to see. Subscribe to the channel so that way when new videos come out that you'll know that they're going on. And absolutely love it if you would share this video with other friends, geocachers, geocaching groups. Just get the word out on just the basics of how to put together a geocache. When we went with the standard ammo can this time, there are certainly other sizes that we'll cover in other videos, whether that be micros, smalls, larges, but I thought we'd start with the original, the ammo can that we're going to hide in the woods. Okay, so I've been Colin, still am Colin. So I'm Colin, CacheDrone for Waypoints. I hope you found this video entertaining and informative. And please, again, like I said, like, share, subscribe. Helps out the channel so much. Have a great day. Cache on.